Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we've got something truly fascinating for you. We're looking at the actual mechanics behind an absolute internet phenomenon. We've all seen those massive subscriber counters hitting the hundreds of millions, the crazy excited reactions, and those endless viral moments. But how did it actually happen? What's the real architecture behind this kind of totally unprecedented growth? Okay, let's dive into this and trace the incredible viral ascent of MrBeast. But before all those massive celebrations and crazy stunts, we have to look at the genesis. Then came the breakthrough. It wasn't some slow, grinding climb that took decades. No, it was this sudden, electric realization of potential. Think about it. One incredibly creative and honestly slightly absurd idea, like just sitting there recording himself counting to 100,000, somehow managed to completely cut through the noise of the entire internet. In literally an instant, this single concept reached millions. It was a dramatic pivot point where, suddenly, everything changes almost overnight. Section 1. The viral chain reaction. Let's move to and see how this builds from that initial spark into some seriously compounding momentum. Because here's the thing. One hit video doesn't just magically build an empire, right? This is exactly where the snowball effect really takes hold. On day one, a single video explodes, which is a massive achievement all on its own. But instead of just kicking back and resting, boom, by week one, another video explodes, and then another. By month one, we aren't just looking at a series of lucky hits anymore. This was undeniable full-on viral momentum. The pacing of these successes was accelerating at a dizzying rate, basically creating this massive cascading wave of viewership. And the direct result of that chain reaction? Absolutely wild. We witnessed a compounding subscriber surge that was just entirely unprecedented. His subscriber count started growing faster than literally ever before. Why? Because every single new viral video didn't just bring in views for that one specific day. It permanently raised the baseline of his audience. Every single hit aggressively stacked right on top of the last one, driving those numbers up at a velocity that completely shattered normal growth expectations. It's like a giant snowball rolling down a mountain.
Section 2. The catalyst shift. Now, let's get a bit analytical and look at the actual audience behavior that fueled this fire.
To really understand the engine driving all this growth, we have to look at a fundamental shift in human behavior. For most of the internet, consumption is purely passive, right? Just watching videos in isolation. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift we saw. MrBeast unlocked something else entirely: active sharing. Viewers weren't just passively watching anymore. They were actively sharing the videos with their friends. They basically became evangelists for the content. When your audience transitions from just passive viewers into an active, breathing distribution network, wow, your reach becomes truly limitless. Section 3. The secret formula. Let's deconstruct the exact chemical makeup of this explosive content. So what exactly were people sharing like crazy? Well, it comes down to a perfectly balanced three-part chemical makeup. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the unique mix he used to capture the world's attention. First, you've got entertainment. The content is fundamentally fun and super engaging. Second is creativity. He's relying on these simple yet highly inventive ideas that really stand out from the crowd. And finally, huge challenges. Introducing a level of scale, high stakes, or intense difficulty that literally drops the viewer's jaw. When you perfectly synthesize entertainment, creativity, and huge challenges, you create this incredible formula that just demands to be shared.
Section 4. Just the beginning. Because here is the craziest part. This massive ascent was merely the starting line.
Everything we've just talked about, the big breakthrough, those crazy viral chain reactions, the secret formula, all of that was absolutely massive, for sure. But it was just the beginning. Which leads us to a pretty profound question for you. How do you redefine online entertainment? Seriously, once you've captured the attention of the entire world with these simple, highly creative challenges, where do you possibly go from there? How on earth do you take a viral moment and evolve it into an entirely new medium? Well, that is exactly what we're going to unpack next. In part 2 of this explainer, we're going to dive into how those simple, viral ideas were systematically transformed into some of the absolute biggest productions in YouTube history, backed by massive teams. We are going to look at exactly how he scaled these concepts to unimaginable heights. But until then, I want you to ask yourself, in a world where literally anyone can go viral, what does it actually take to stay on top? See you in the next explainer.